Hello everyone and welcome back to part 16 on how to create a Among Us epic game on Roblox. Before we start, I just want to say thank you guys so much for 400 subscribers and that I'm doing a 1000 Robux giveaway at 1000 subscribers and that I'm making a Discord server which is going to have a help channel where you can send me your script if it's not working and I will try to fix it. So yeah, let's start. So what I did is I made this quick little shop thing for you to get on the I made it into a free model so you can get it and use it on your game. So I will leave a link to it in the description. Once you get it, just go to your toolbox and press on this inventory tab and wait for it to load and press this hat shop, no scripts. Press on it, click it and drag it into starter GUI, and then you want to make your mainframe visible, set to false. I'm going to set it to true for now, and I'm going to add a script to your scrolling frame. So firstly rename your image button to whatever your hat name is, because this is going to be a hat shop. So let's say you have a hat called Dominus. Just rename this to this image button to Dominus, and then add a script to it, and we'll create a variable for the no, we don't have to do that. Yeah, we have to create a variable for the player. So local player is equal to game.players.local player, and then we'll create a clicked event. So script.parent.clicked mouse button one click on connect function. We don't have to add any arguments, and we will put here game.replicated storage and then add a remote event to replicate the storage, a remote event, and try to find it and rename it to equip hat. And then once you wrote this, we're gonna write equip hat fire server, fire server, and we'll create a variable up here for the hat. So local hat is equal to script.parent.name fire server hat, and then we'll put a wait. Okay, so now all we have to do is add a hats folder inside of replicated storage, a folder, and rename it to hats, and go to plugins. I will leave a link to this plugin in the description. It's very useful for inserting hats into your game. Inserting accessories to your game. So let me show you how to get I will leave a link to it in the description, and let me show you how to add some hats to your game. So just open up go to roblox.com, and go to avatar shop, and let me check if I'm recording. Yeah, I am. Go to, you can, and choose whatever hat you want. Let's say I want to use, let's go to collectibles and collectible accessories, and let's add a Dominus. Let's choose a random Dominus. I like the Dominus Astra one. Okay, so select your item and copy this little number here. Zoom in. Oh, I forgot that you can zoom in through a link. So just copy this ID right here. So Control C to copy, and close out of Google Chrome and go to your plugin, click it, and in here you're gonna paste in the ID and press confirm, and it should insert your hat here. So once you get your hat, put it inside of replicated storage. I'm going to rename it to Dominus, and I'm going to rename my X button to Dominus, just like the name of the hat. And then I'm going to put a script inside of the server script service, and I'm going to rename it to hat shop. And then I will we'll create a event game.replicated storage dot how did you call it, dot hat dot equip hat dot on server event connect function. Let me zoom out. Connect function, and we're gonna use the player argument, player, comma, and our let's put hat, and then hat game dot replicated storage dot hats find first child hat dot name clone. Actually, before we do that, let's go to here and we will check. We create a variable for the player's character, so local character is equal to player dot character, or player dot character added weight. So all we're gonna do is we will check if they have a hat equipped. So in here we will check if player if character find first child of class accessory, then let's put in actually we don't have to do that. So if character finds first child of class accessory, then we will destroy it. So character find first child of class accessory. Actually, let's put a for loop. You know what? Delete this and we'll put a for loop instead for I, v in pairs character get children do if v is a accessory, and not this is a accessory, then v destroy. So we'll destroy each accessory that the player has, and after doing that we'll clone game.replicated storage.hats confined to child hat.name, and we'll set its parent is equal to character. And don't worry, I will show you how to make your hat cost in-game cash when we add a currency system. So we will do that in the next episode, or even in this episode. Okay, so this should be working. I'm not sure. Let's try it out and see if it works. Let me go to my player and make my hat shop thing disabled. As you can see now, oh, I actually forgot to do this. Okay, so let's see if we have any errors. Okay, so argument 1 missing or nil. Parent is equal to character. Oh, I know why. So this should work. Let's see if we have any errors now. Let's click this button and we should have a dominance inside of our character. So what I'm gonna do to make this actually working, we'll get rid of this starter character and we'll make just a normal character. Go to block rig, go to plugins, build rig, and select block rig or any rig you want. Let me show you all of the rigs. I mean, not all of them, of course. I'm just going to show you what you can do with this. You can make a mesh rig, which looks like this. It wants to spawn in. Looks like this. So you can select whatever one you want. I'm going to select the dummy one, and I'm going to the blocky one. I'm going to drag it inside of starter player, and I'm going to rename it to starter character. And I'm going to add a body colors, some body colors to the starter character. And I'm going to add a what do we call? I'm going to make the humanoid part of the player unanchored. Make sure that anchored is set to false. And I'm going to drag the hitbox. Where's the hitbox? I added the hit to the player. Actually, no, we don't need that. I'm going to remove the old starter character, and this should be our new starter character. So let's see if we have a starter character. We should have one. Let me just make my shop invisible. Let me just disable this. And as you can see, we have this little blocky character. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a script that will tween this frame. So select your main frame, set the position of it to let me think about this. To let's put this to 0. I mean -1. Actually 1. Okay, so set your mainframe position to 1. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a text button to the hat shop, and we will put it here. It's just for testing, and I'm going to add a local script to it, and I'm going to write local frame. Or no need to do that. I'm just going to put a clicked event right away. So script.parent.clicked .mouse button one clicked .mouse button one click connect function. We don't need any arguments, and script.parent.frame .mainframe. Wait, script.parent.mainframe on tween position udim2 udim2.new, put some parentheses, and copy your old position. So just set your mainframe position to set this to 0 and center your mainframe and get the position of it. Let me just center it real quick. Let me just make this smaller so that it doesn't look weird. And I'm going to get the position of the mainframe. So just go to position, copy it, and go back to your local script and paste it here. And remove these weird brackets, and you should be good to go. So, but we actually need a way to remove the frame, but let's see if this is working first. So what you want to do is you want to set your mainframe position back to make the Y set to -1 to 1, and let's see if that worked. It should work. Let's press this button and it should tween perfectly. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a close button to your mainframe. Let's set the position back to 0. and just add a what do we call it? Yeah, a what do we call it? Yeah, a text button to our mainframe. So just write text button. I'm going to put it here. And also, I forgot to mention, I will put all of this as I will update my model so that it has this close button and everything. And I'm going to plug in unit conversion scale, and I'm going to add a. I'm going to rename it firstly to close, and I'm going to add a UI corner to it, and I'm going to add a to make it red. So background color 3 to a nice little light red, and the text to a X, to a capital X, and the text color 3. I think white looks pretty cool. Just here. And the font to something bold. This font looks pretty good. And then I'm going to select the I'm going to my text button script, and I'm going to copy this position and go back to here and paste it to the mainframe. Select your mainframe, set the position to the exact same one that you just copied, and select your mainframe again and set this to 1. And then add a local script to your close button, and we will write a script parent.mouse button one click on connect function. We don't need any arguments again. It's basically the same thing. Let me just copy that real quick. Sit here and change this to -1. You're actually 1 instead of -1. Just go to my position. Wait, why does it glitch? I'm going to copy this position and paste it here. And I'm going to remove these brackets. And you should be good to go. Okay, so let's see if that works. I'm pretty sure it should work. Let's press this button right here and press this add thing, and it doesn't work. So let's fix that. Oh, here's why. Instead of putting script.parent.parent.mainframe, we just have to put script.parent.parent. Let's see if that works now. Let's open this, close it again. As you can see, it works. And let's equip our hat and close this. As you can see now, I have a dominus. And if I reclick it, it doesn't give me another dominus. Let's check if that happens. As you can see, I only have 1. I can equip 2 at the same time, so that's good. And also, I will show you how to let me just set the mainframe position back to 0, and I'm going to show you how to actually make your own images. I mean, if you don't want to use images, just instead of having a image label, just add a text button instead, and copy the script, copy everything that's inside of your image button, and paste it inside of your new text button. And then delete your old image label and set the text button name to your hat name, Dominus. And then I'm going to set the text of it to actually, we're gonna make this so that it changes automatically. You don't need to do that. You just change the text color back to black. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a in this local script that's inside of the text button. I'm going to put a while loop. Actually, we're not gonna put it on this. Yeah, let's put it here. So script dot let's put it here instead. Script.parent.text is equal to script.parent.name. So this should work. And if you want to add another a hat, so all you have to do is go back to Google to the Roblox website and go to avatar shop and select your hat. I'm going to use this one, for example. Let's put this one, copy its ID and close out of Google and go to plugins, insert asset, and paste in your what do we call it, your hat ID, and just drag your hat inside of replicated storage of the hats folder put it inside of the hats folder that's inside of replicated storage and rename it to, I'm going to rename it to, yeah, full wizard. That looks pretty good. And then duplicate your text button and rename it to full wizard, the exact same name of your second hat. And this should work now, I think. So yeah, let's put our mainframe position back to set the this value to 1, and let's see if that works. So let's go to let's open the shop. As you can see, the names changes automatically. And if we go ahead and open this and click on the Dominus, it should equip our Dominus. Yeah, and click it. If we spam it, we don't get hundreds of Dominus Dominuses. So yeah, let's try equipping the full wizard now. As you can see, we get rid of the Dominus and we get our full wizard thing. Let's try that again. Let's equip the Dominus. As you can see, we equipped our Dominus, and now we can equip the full wizard one. Okay, so now we're going to make these hats buyable. So just we're gonna add some leader stats. So just to go to your main script, and in here I'm going to make a player added event, game.players.player added connect function. By the way, we are on the main script that's inside of server script service. Connect function player. Let's create a folder, local, call it leader stats is equal to instance.new folder leader stats dot parent is equal to player. Actually, before parent it, we're going to rename it to leader stats. So leader stats dot name is equal to leader stats, and I'm going to create a int value which we are going to put in, and we are going to put it inside of the leader stats folder. So let's create a variable. So local, let's call it hash is equal to instance.new int value. Let me zoom in. Int value hash dot name is equal to hash dot parent dot value first is equal to 100 for now, and cash, don't worry, we will make a currency system that will give the player some cash when they win the game. So cash dot instead of value, we're going to put parent is equal to player. Player dot actually is equal to leader stats. And now we will just make the hats buy, make the player able to buy the hats if he has enough cash. So what we're gonna do is inside of each hat we'll add a int value, which we will call price, and set it to whatever you want. I'm going to make it, for example, 5. So it costs 5 cash, and I'm going to duplicate this price value, put it inside of the other one, and set it to 10. So the full wizard one costs 10 cash, and the other one, the dominus, costs 5 cash. So let's see. Let's make our hats, the player able to buy hats. So what we're gonna do is, firstly, we'll set the position of the mainframe back to 0, and I'm going to select the dominus first, and I'm going to add a text label to it. I'm going to select my text label, I'm going to go to plugins, unit conversion, scale, and then scale this down. And I'm going to set the background transparency of the text label to 1, and the text scaled, make sure it's set to true, and customize your text label however you want. I'm going to set the price, for example, to 100. And what we're gonna do is we'll rename it to price, or let's just rename it to price label, and duplicate your price label and put one inside of your other hat button. So now we have 2 of them, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a script inside of I'm going to enter our local script that's inside of the dominus each button. Let's enter the dominus one, and in here we'll check if player leader stats cash value is greater or equal to hat, actually, to game replicate the storage hat find first child script parent name price value. Then copy this and put it here. Cut it and put it here. And then copy all of this, copy the script, and go back to full wizard local script and paste it in. And now what we're gonna do is go back to our hat shop script, and in here we will remove some we'll get rid of the we'll reduce the player's cash. So player dot leader stats dot cash dot value is equal to player dot leader stats leaders. I can't write leader stats. Wait, leader stats, not leader stats. Player dot leader stats dot cash dot value minus hat dot price dot value. actually, in here we will put a minus game.replicate storage.hat confined first child hat dot price dot value. So make sure that your script looks like mine. Here's what I wrote. So let's test this and see if it works. I actually forgot to update the label right here, but let's see if it works. So let's click the dominus, and as you can see, it got rid of the hat price, and our dominus is now equipped. So what we're gonna do is we'll make the price labels display how the price of the hat. So add a actually did I yeah I did. So add a local script to each price label. I'm going to add it to the dominus one, a local script, and put script.parent.text is equal to game.replicate storage.hat confined first child script parent name script.parent script.parent.parent, not script.parent.name, script.parent.parent.name dot price dot value. Okay, so this should work. Duplicate the script and put one inside of the price label one in the full wizard hat, and let's try this out and see if it works. As you can see, it shows the price of the hats without having to do it manually. So let's buy the dominus, and now I have a dominus equipped. And now let's buy the full wizard, and now I have a full wizard hat equipped. And what I'm going to do is let me show you. We have a bug where if we keep on spamming the thing, it will keep on removing cash from the players cash value. So we'll fix that on a later episode. And so yeah, this is going to be it for today's tutorial. If this helped, make sure to like the video, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you. Wait, before I do that, just to make your mainframe position back to 1. So, if this helped, make sure to subscribe, like the video, share it with your friends, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.